Hans and his strange luck. Some people believe they are very lucky. Whatever happens to them, they think it is good. Even when they lose something, they still feel happy. Hans was one of those people. Hans worked for his master for 7 years. He was a loyal and hard-working servant. One day he said, "Sir, my work is finished. I want to go home and see my mother. Please give me my payment so I can travel." The master answered kindly, "You worked well, Hans. I will reward you." Then he gave Hans a large piece of silver. It was almost the size of Hans's head. Hans wrapped the silver in a cloth, put it on his shoulder, and started walking home. After some time, he saw a man riding a horse. The rider looked comfortable and relaxed. Hans said to himself, "Riding a horse must be wonderful. You don't get tired, and you travel much faster." The rider heard him and stopped. "If walking is so hard for you," he said, "why don't we trade? I will give you my horse, and you can give me your silver." Hans thought this was a great idea. "Yes, the silver is heavy. Your horse will make my journey easy." So they exchanged their things. The rider took the silver, and Hans climbed onto the horse. At first, Hans felt proud, but after a while he wanted to go faster. He tried to make the horse run, but he did not know how to control it. Suddenly, the horse began to run quickly, and Hans fell off onto the road. A shepherd nearby saw what happened. He was walking with a cow. Hans stood up slowly and said, "Riding a horse is dangerous. Your cow looks much better. A cow gives milk, butter, and cheese." The shepherd smiled. "If you like my cow so much, we can exchange. I will take the horse, and you can have the cow." Hans happily agreed again. Now he walked along the road with the cow. He believed he had made another excellent trade. "When I am hungry," he thought, "I will have milk and cheese. Life will be easy." Later, Hans stopped at an inn. He ate his bread and drank a little beer. Then he continued walking with the cow. The day became very hot. Hans was thirsty. "I will milk the cow," he said. "Then I can drink fresh milk." But no milk came out. The cow was old and dry. While Hans tried again, the cow suddenly kicked him and knocked him to the ground. Soon, a butcher passed by. He was pushing a wheelbarrow with a pig inside. "What happened to you?" the butcher asked. Hans explained everything. The butcher laughed a little and said, "Your cow is too old. She will never give milk again." Hans felt disappointed. "If I had a pig instead," he said, "I could make sausages." "Well," said the butcher, "if you want, we can trade. I will give you my pig." Hans quickly agreed again. Now he walked happily with the pig. He believed things were finally going perfectly. Soon he met another traveler carrying a white goose. They began talking. Hans proudly told the man about all his trades. Silver for a horse, horse for a cow, cow for a pig. The man looked worried. "My friend," he said quietly, "I must warn you. In the village behind us, someone stole a pig. If people see you with that pig, they may think you are the thief." Hans became very afraid. "Oh no, I don't want trouble." The traveler continued, "If you want, we can exchange. Take my goose. No one will suspect you." Hans felt relieved and agreed immediately. Now he carried the goose and walked toward home. "This is perfect," he thought happily. "The goose will make a wonderful meal. The fat will be useful, and the feathers will make a soft pillow." Soon he met a man sharpening knives on a grinding wheel. The man looked cheerful and sang while he worked. Hans watched him and said, "You look very happy with your work." The grinder nodded. "Yes, this job is good. Every day I can earn money." Hans liked the idea very much. "I wish I could earn money like that," he said. "That is easy," said the grinder. "All you need is a grinding stone. With it you can work anywhere." Then he added, "If you want, We can trade your goose for this stone. Hans believed this was another great opportunity. Yes, then I will always be able to earn money. He gave the goose to the grinder and took the stone. But the stone was very heavy. Hans carried it for a long time, and soon he became very tired. Finally, he reached a river and stopped to drink some water. He put the stone on the ground and bent down. By accident, he pushed the stone with his arm. It rolled slowly and fell into the river. Hans watched it sink into the deep water. For a moment, he was silent. Then, suddenly, he jumped up with joy. Now I am free, he cried. The heavy stone was my only problem. Hans felt happier than ever. With empty hands and a light heart, he continued walking home. When he finally arrived, he told his mother the story of his journey. To Hans, every loss had been a piece of good luck, and he truly believed nobody in the world was happier than him.
Подпишись, пожалуйста, или хотя бы поставь лайк. Один лайк не меняет мир, но меняет путь того, кто делится смыслом.